Today, we're looking at a major development in Asian geopolitics, and it centers on China's latest military assessment by the Pentagon and India's northeastern state of Arunachal Pradesh. In its 2025 annual report to the U.S. Congress, the Pentagon says China has expanded the list of what it calls core interests. These are issues Beijing considers non-negotiable, central to sovereignty, and tied to China's national rejuvenation goals by 2049. For the first time ever, the report says China now includes Arunachal, which it refers to as Zhangnan or South Tibet, alongside Taiwan, the South China Sea, and the Senkaku Islands. That's a major shift, because although China has always claimed Arunachal, it had not previously elevated it to this core interest category in public language. The Pentagon warns this move could turn Arunachal into a future Flashpoint, similar to Taiwan, especially as China rapidly modernizes its military and keeps strong deployments along the line of actual control, the LAC, with India. China's foreign ministry has rejected the report, accusing Washington of distorting its policies and trying to undermine progress in China-India relations. Beijing says its strategy toward India remains long-term and positive, though it continues to assert its claims over Arunachal. At the same time, the report highlights China's growing military cooperation with Pakistan, including major naval support, which indirectly increases pressure on India. So, how is India responding? Since the deadly Galwan clash in 2020, India has stayed on high alert along the nearly 3,500-kilometer border. Troop levels remain very high. Infrastructure has been rapidly expanded, with new roads, tunnels, bridges, and airstrips across the Himalayas to support faster movement. Arunachal itself is now heavily fortified, and analysts point out that the state is almost 3 times the size of Taiwan, meaning any attempt at capture would require massive escalation and face extreme logistical challenges. Diplomatically, there has been some cautious thawing. Talks in 2025 led to partial disengagement in eastern Ladakh, and Prime Minister Modi met President Xi at the SCO summit, stressing mutual trust and respect. But India remains skeptical. Several encroached areas are still occupied by the PLA, seen in New Delhi as pressure tactics rather than real stabilization. So the big question, could this lead to another India-China war? Experts say the probability remains low in the near term. Both countries are nuclear powers, deeply interconnected economically, and aware that conflict would be hugely costly. Past clashes from 1962 to Doklam in 2017 and Galwan in 2020 have stayed limited. Yes, Arunachal's new core interest status raises the temperature, but actual invasion would be extremely difficult. The terrain is high altitude and favors defenders. There's also the global dimension. If war broke out, the United States and Quad partners would likely support India indirectly through intelligence, logistics, and naval presence, but not through a NATO-style treaty commitment. Analysts estimate the risk of a broader world war remains low because nuclear deterrence forces restraint and because neither Beijing nor Washington wants direct confrontation. So, the outlook. Arunachal Pradesh is now a sharper point of friction. India remains alert. China continues to signal resolve, and the Pentagon's warning suggests the region will stay one of the world's most sensitive military frontiers. But for now, the most likely path is cold competition, not open war.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.